Hey everyone, Phi Farley here. It is week 4 of college football, and I have four picks for you on this September 22nd edition of Phi Farley's picks. So I got, let's see, two underdogs, a favorite, and a total play to get to. So I'm going to get to that here in just 1 second, though. First, let me say thank you to subscribers. I appreciate it. Welcome to all the new subscribers. For those of you who are new, hope you get some value out of this channel. And, for those who've been around, hope you get some value out of this channel too. Hope we get some winners going and have a good college football season. You can check out my NFL picks. You can also check out my baseball picks as we wrap up baseball season heading into the playoffs. All right, without further ado, let me get into what I have for this weekend. First play I have is going to be Wake Forest plus the 6.5 going against Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish. Notre Dame often gets a little bit of a bump on their spreads because they're such a public team. Here we've seen them not blow anyone away. They had a close game of which they had an early lead against Michigan, which is their best win to date. Then they play a really close 8-point win against Ball State, and then another 5-point win against Vandy, all at home. Now they got to go on the road and go to a Wake Forest team that plays well at home, and they're good. They're good enough to hang in this game. They could even potentially take this game from Notre Dame if they're falling asleep. Either way, I expect it to be within one score, so I'm going to take the 6.5. Keep in mind that Wake Forest, 4 out of the last 5, they're 4-1 against the spread at home in their last 5. I like that stat because it shows Wake Forest is not a public team. People don't back Wake Forest unless they know some specific information about Wake Forest or they happen to like the matchup. But in a game like this, you got Notre Dame coming into town. All public money is going to be on Notre Dame. I'm going to take Wake Forest plus the 6.5. All right, similar game in game 2 that I have that I really like, and that's Oregon State at home. So Pac-12s, I really like to lean and favor the home team. But Oregon State is, again, not a public team. They have Arizona coming into town, where, again, 4 of the last 5 Oregon State has covered. In fact, that's of their last 5, last 13, they're 9-4 against the spread. So Oregon State plays really well at home. It's a tough place to play, and they're very often not only are they winning, but they're covering the spread in these games. So, in fact, the last time Arizona beat Oregon State was 2009 up in Oregon State. It's been since 2009. So something to keep in mind is they're getting 6.5 at Oregon State. I'm taking the 6.5 with the Beavers. All right, second game is another Pac-12 team, and here's my favorite. I like Stanford going into Oregon. And the reason I like them in Oregon is because they run the football, they control the clock, and they game manage. Against a team like Oregon, they can play hurry up and has a lot of athletes. To have them sitting on the sidelines while they control the ball, control the clock, is going to be key here in this game. The win against USC was very impressive by Stanford. Not just that they won, but how they won. The other thing I don't like is I don't like what Oregon's done so far. I mean, they played San Jose State. They played they played Bowling Green. They played Portland State. Very unproven opponents, and now they're going to get Stanford, a top 10 team, coming into town. I say, look out, Oregon. Here comes the Cardinal. I'm going to lay the 2.5 and take the Stanford Cardinal. All right, last game I have for you is going to be a totals play, and I'm looking at Army, Oklahoma. I like this play because Army is a one-trick pony. They run the football. They run it, they run it, they run it. All they do is run. I mean, they threw 10 passes, only 6 completions against Hawaii in their last game. Oklahoma has a great defense. I expect them to know and shut down the run with the athletes they have on the other side of the football. Much higher caliber than Hawaii's athletes, and that's for sure. So they may try and pass the ball a little bit more, but I don't expect them to. I expect them to get shut down, and meanwhile, their defense is stout enough to where they can hold Oklahoma to 37, right in there. So I don't know, 37-10. Might be a final somewhere in there. I'll take the under 59.5, Army, Oklahoma, as my last pick. Any other picks that I have, I'll throw them down in the comments for you. Feel free to check back and get those as the day goes on. If there's anything that catches my eye, there's a couple other games that are going to be write-ins. There's one I have my eye on. So if that's a pick, I'll throw it down in the comments. Good luck, everyone. I'll see you again soon.